So a couple of things of note before we do get started continuing our conversation about Business Builder. Um, Two things. One, you probably saw that I started sending you and all foundations agents throughout the office um, video of our last. I think it was either the huddle or the foundation sessions um, last week through Business Builder, using the tool that we teach you guys how to use, now implementing it to help all of us within the brokerage. So hopefully you saw that. Hopefully you're finding it useful and productive, and you're getting information in every single possible way. You're getting it here. You're getting it in the huddles. You're getting it then repeated in workplace, and you're getting it repeated in your inbox. We're trying to be really, really sticky with y'all. Okay. So hopefully that's good, and hopefully you're enjoying that, and hopefully you now have a resource to be able to pull back on when you're like, how do I do that one thing that Jay reviewed, 6 months ago? You've got a way to do that. You also can go to the Century 21 Connect Learning Library, which also is a YouTube channel that has all of these videos there, and it's searchable. We put the context within the title, and you can reach that also. And so if you hit any of those videos, you're going to that channel. I would encourage you to subscribe to that channel. That way you can see things. You can even turn your notifications on, and when new stuff comes up, you'll get the notification that it's been added to the library there, so you can always come back and reference it later. Okay. So secondly, a major tenet of our program for foundations agents, foundations being any agent that is kind of falling into two different categories: new licensee with less than 5 transactions, you are automatically a foundations agent. If you are a more experienced agent, but just new to Century 21, and because foundations primarily teaches tools and resources that are Century 21 oriented, you can be a foundations agent also. But a major tenet of our foundations program is our coaching program, our one-on-one coaching program. Okay. My calendar is wide open this week. I don't like that. All right. One of my greatest joys, as an agent, but in my real estate career now, is watching you develop your career. And it is beyond rewarding to me to see some of you go from noobs that have no idea what you're doing and which way to go, to productive agents that are producing deals on your own and asking less and less questions as you go through. A big part of that is the coaching and the one-on-one. Jessica, what did you tell me? You said something to me after our last session. Do you remember what you told me? It was
good, bad, sarcasm?
It was great. It was permanently ingrained in my brain. We finished our session and you said, coaching feels good.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I loved it. And I hope everybody feels that way. And I want you guys to take advantage of that. So load up my calendar, get on Broker Mint. I've got several weeks out now, and I'm going to continue to build it out further out. So if you want to reserve a same slot every single week, and make it consistent, I would love that. And I would find that very, very rewarding and enjoyable. All right, everybody good? Everybody clear? Okay, so we are going to continue our discussion. I'll do a very, very brief review on where we are with Business Builder so far, and then we're going to continue, and we're going to talk less about our email, individual email marketing efforts with a single email, and we're going to talk about campaigns, which is a way to seriously boost your stickiness with your client base, and put everything on autopilot. All right. So without further ado, sharing my screen, and we're going to go to this screen. All right. Is everybody looking at their Century 21 online? Okay. All right. So here we are again. You log into C21 online. You go to your Business Builder, which is in the second row down. Stay connected. which is the second row down. Also, just kind of FYI, you can limit, you can filter your list by the different products that we have, because that list can be pretty long, in which case your business builder changes its position, but it's still right here at the top. Okay. You access your business builder here, it's going to bring you to this page. I did something last week that was moderately successful, and I want to teach you guys how to do it also. In the vein of contacts, you can immediately see who your contacts are, and you can go through and watch them progress through your steps of this. But I did something that I had not yet done. Under import contacts, I have asked many of you if, as you're getting started, how many contacts do you have in your contacts on your phone? And trying to find a way to get them off your phone into your business builder. There are several integrations. One of them, if you use Gmail and you use Gmail and you have it set up through iCloud to where your Gmail and your contacts all go through iCloud, you can use this integration right here to connect your Google contacts and sync them into your business builder contacts list. Okay. So the way you do that is you'll see a little contact connect us or how to connect or upgrade. It's this one, how to connect. I've already done it, so you see I am connected on here, and let me show you the results of doing this. If you notice, if you remember from last week, I only had like 100 contacts in here simply because I only had you guys in here. But now you see I have 720. And if you look, let's go to my all contacts. So here you see these are all you guys as agents within the brokerage. And when we get down a little bit further, you now see that the source is Google and Gmail, and these are contacts that have imported into my business builder from my Gmail account. Okay, so that's a great little tool, a great way to pull your contacts off your phone, as long as you've got your phone synced with your Google. It's a whole series of syncing operations, but it is possible and it is very, very doable. And you do that using iCloud. All right. Is anybody confused on that? Do I need to answer any questions? Anybody got anything? Is that a pretty handy tool to have? I think it is. Okay, so as we continue with this, remember, as we're looking at this, just as a way of review, we have our contacts database. We can immediately see, if we have email and phone contacts with them, we can immediately see what groups they are assigned to. And we can assign them to a real quick group. If you look and notice that somebody is not, we can see if they're on any marketing campaigns, and you could add them to your marketing campaigns directly from here, where there's several ways to do this. And I'm going to show you different ways. If they have a listing search within Business Builder, you can see that they have one here, and you can see if they've viewed anything or favorited anything. You can access the source. You can see when you last contacted them. And you can change their status from new to contact made to cold, warm, hot, pending, sold. You can trash them immediately from here. You have a contact that says, don't send me another email. You trash them right here, and you don't have to monitor this in any way, shape, or form. Okay. There's some additional menus directly from here. You can add a note. You can send them an email from within Business Builder, all from this dashboard. Okay. So by way of review, last week we talked about managing designs and a way to create designs using the design library, which has 864 different templates in it right now. And there are just such a multitude of different content templates in here that you can use. It is beyond the scope of what we could do here today, but I strongly encourage you to come in here and explore this. And if you have, say you're looking for something with a specific content message, maybe you want to send them a message about earnest money, or Thanksgiving. You're about to do a Thanksgiving. You can come in here and do Thanksgiving, and you can search and you can find everything, every possible template with Thanksgiving as a theme within it. Okay. And then you can send any one of these 14 different templates to one or all of your contacts within your contacts list. All right. But this is just going to send one single email. All right. Now we're going to talk about marketing campaigns. All right. So instead of hitting the manage designs, we're going to come in and we're going to manage campaigns. And this is going to bring you to your campaigns dashboard. All right. I think when you first log in, you may not have as many of these in here as I do, simply because I've looked at these in the context of helping you guys with your campaigns. I think you automatically have a monthly newsletter, and maybe one of these birthday or anniversary campaigns are the standard campaigns that are loaded within this. Okay, does this all look familiar to everybody? Have you explored this at all? Some of you are. I know Tracy's real active in sending stuff. Athena's been sending stuff. Jessica's been sending stuff. Julie, I believe you are too. But these are some great resources. But this is just scratching the surface of what is available. Okay. You can filter your list by print only, email only, and you can see limited ones of the campaigns that are automatically loaded. But what I want to do is come up to add a new campaign, and let's explore what is available with campaigns. Okay. So if you may be asking yourself, what is the difference between managing designs and managing campaigns? A design is a single email with a single template, and a campaign has multiple steps to it. So here is one that just automatically defaults. And what you see is this is a date campaign, and you can sort them by a number of different types: date, interval, birthday, or anniversary campaigns. You can also sort them by collections, and the collections you see are Century 21 newsletters. Here's where you start getting into zeroing in on your message, and you want to send a separate message in terms of your emails to buyers versus past clients versus repeat and referral clients versus seller prospecting. So here's where you can say, for example, your business focuses on for sale by owners. Here's a great campaign that you can send that has 6 email steps and 2 activity steps. 6 emails go out. The activities are typically going to be pick up the phone and call them. And it's doing this, and these steps are automatically set up at intervals that make sense and have been reviewed by people that are smarter than you and me. Okay. So a lot of you have come to me and asked me questions like, okay, well, how often do I contact them? Or what is the balance between being obnoxious and sending the right message about how I want to, how much I want their business? These campaigns are set up by people that are smarter than me, that have reviewed these and know what that balance looks like. Okay. So let's just look at, just for the sake of argument, let's look at this for sale by owner one. And I want to choose this template. And now you see a number of steps. The first one is you can name it something different, and you can say, okay, this is going to be Jay's for sale by owner campaign. And then the second step is review and configure the steps. And it has 6 email steps, 2 activity steps. And here are the intervals that you see. Step 1 of 8 is the day after you add this campaign or add the contact to this campaign, they get the first message, which the subject reads, increasing your chance of selling quickly by setting the right price. And it sends them this document. And you can click on it and preview it. And you have a nice template with words that make sense, with copy that has been, you don't have to write this stuff. You don't have to invent it. Some of you are doing a great job of creating your own content and your own copy, and that's great. And I value that. I know Jessica is doing that really, really well. But if you're not there and you're not comfortable in writing your own copy, it's here. All right. And notice you're looking at, the unedited version in this particular preview. But if you were wanted to change this particular step, you could come in here and personalize it, and you can change the copy ever so slightly. If you wanted to use a different picture, you can change that. If you wanted to add something, to this, you can change this in any way, shape, or form, and then you can save it, and it'll edit it. Okay. But then you see that's going to send 1 day after you add this campaign, and then 14 days later, it's going to send them another message, and this one's going to be about staging your home. Then the step after that, 2 weeks later, is a phone call. Make a personal connection with the contact, and here's where you can call them up, and you can say, hey, I've been sending you a couple of emails. Wanted to see how your for sale by owner listing was going. See if there's anything I can help you with. And then a couple of weeks after that, you can then send them 2 more emails and then follow up again. And then the next tip is about negotiating. These all seem to make sense, right? It's delivering a specific message to a specific client that has a specific need. And it's all set up for you. Okay. If you don't want to change anything, you don't have to change anything, and you hit save and continue. And then you're going to go to step 3, which is add or remove a contact. All right. And you can click here and you can send it to one person within your group. You could also send it to a group of people. So say you had really intelligently set up and done, added a group for FSBOs, and you add new FSBO names to this every day. You can create a group that's for sale by owner, and you can only send this campaign to everybody in your FSBO group. Make sense?
Hey, so if we do that, like let's say we add 10 people into a FSBO group, and then tomorrow I add someone else in, or next week I add someone else in. When the campaign runs out for the first 10, they don't like start back over, right?
No. So that's one of the beauties of the system. It will tell you that you have people, that you have a campaign that's about to run out, and it'll ask you what you want to do. And you can either start it over again, you can change to a new email campaign. Typically, I think there is a default activity in there, and usually that default activity will be sending them back to like your monthly newsletter. Okay, but it will ask you, and it will alert you to the fact that that campaign is about to run out, and it'll ask you what you want to do, and you can tell it what you want it to do. Okay, does that make sense? And then once you're done, you can then review and activate this campaign, and then it will show up on your managed campaigns, and it will show, where was the one that I just did? Well, let me do the refresh thing, and I think it'll show up here. Right here is this new interval campaign, and it would show that I would have to click on here and activate the campaign, and it would show as an active campaign. Okay, makes sense? Let's see. Am I missing anything? I have to go back. Leave. Am I missing anything? So let's just say, for example, you had activated this campaign. You can easily add context to it by coming here to your contacts list, and you go, you know what, I just added Rip to my database, and I want to add which campaign he wants to go to, and say he was a for sale by owner. I could click right there, and it's paused right now. If it was an active campaign, I'd have the ability to save it right here, but it's not giving me the save button because it's not an active campaign. But you can then add Rip to that campaign. Make sense? What questions do you have? This is the interactive part, folks.
So do those campaigns also come in Spanish? Are they available in Spanish?
Yes. I don't know if you noticed. Let me go back and share my screen again. There are Hispanic ones available. So if you go to your managing campaigns, you can select add new campaigns. There's an entire Hispanic market list. So you can pull from any one of these. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Julia, one of the things that we had talked about, you had asked the question about listings not linking with FMLS. It's a broken link, and it's in the process of being fixed. Okay, so maybe that's what we can do on the next one. Does that make you happy? I knew it would.
Yes, out of all the issues, yes, it does. Thank you.
So there is ways to create, and we're going to talk about this next time. Hopefully, if it's fixed by next time, it's an IT step, and it's a rather laborious process to do it for 100 different people, but we're in the process of fixing it. But there's ways to, and maybe I'll wet your missile with this, marketing your listings. Say you had a listing, or you were going to do an open house for somebody else's listing. You could come in here and create all kinds of custom flyers, mailers, different things with listings that are linked directly from the MLS. And it's a pretty cool little feature, but right now it's not working because there's an IT issue that's being resolved. So maybe that'll wet your whistle for next time. Okay. So I finished just a little bit early. There's 4 minutes left. What questions you got? Anything? Free for all.
I gotta say thank you again. You have no idea. Thank you for figuring that out about the issue. Holy cow! Thank you.
You're very welcome. Glad we got it figured out. Actually, Dwayne deserves all the credit for that one. I just raised the red flag. All right. Okay, everybody. Well, I'm glad you could join today. I hope you explore this tool in greater depth and detail. It gives you some really good starting points to pull from, and yet it still has enough flexibility in it to make it to let your creativity run wild. And I encourage you to explore that to the maximum benefit and get real sticky with your client base, so that when the entire goal is to offer them information that is relevant to what they're doing. And the more you leverage the tool within your CRM, the better you're going to be able to do that and send them a specific message for where they're at in their real estate need. The whole goal is to keep you top of mind when they think about, I have a real estate need, or I have a friend that has a real estate need. They want to be able to go, Tracy, she's the one because she's been sending me all this stuff and I know she knows her stuff. That's what you're wanting, and that's the goal. Okay. And your business will thrive if you're doing this and doing it well. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day and enjoy your Thanksgiving. Normally, we would our next foundation session is on Thursday, which clearly is Thanksgiving Day, so we're not going to be doing that. So we'll resume again on Monday next week. All right. Everybody have a great day and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Jay. Happy Thanksgiving.